Today is Holocaust Remembrance Day. A very common phrase you'll hear, especially today, is never again. This is referring to, of course, the Holocaust and making sure that something so devastating and tragic never happens again. But what is something we can do specifically in order to ensure this? Well, there's already a genocide going on right now against Palestinians, and there's a misconception that supporting Palestine is anti-Semitic. This is called faithwashing. According to Decolonize Palestine, faithwashing refers to when a state or organization appeals to interfaith dialogue in order to deflect attention from the state's or organization's harmful practices. In other words, even though a faith-washed argument appears to be supporting Jewish people, this is only to distract us from supporting Palestine. And this isn't the only kind of washing out there, including pink washing, appealing to the queer community, purple washing, appealing to women's rights, blue washing, appealing to humanitarian aid campaigns, green washing, appealing to environmentalism, and red washing, appealing to socialism and progressive movements. For example, pink washing is meant to appeal to the queer community, but is not actually anti-queerphobic. The common argument is, why support Palestine if they don't support queers? Well, Palestine can't exactly have a liberating queer movement while struggling to even feed, water, shelter, and clothe themselves. To reiterate, rainbow washing, the umbrella term for various types of washing, is propaganda to make us think that we're doing something good by not supporting Palestine. My source, Decolonize Palestine, is linked in the description for those curious about learning more in depth about rainbow washing. Come to think of it, has anyone even directly asked if there are Jewish people supporting Palestine? The answer is, drum roll please, of course there are. In fact, there is a Jewish anti-Zionist organization dedicated to freeing Palestine. They're called Jewish Voice for Peace, or JVP. News too depressing and overwhelming? Social media too inconsistent and inaccurate? JVP has us covered. To stay up to date on what is currently happening to Palestinians, I recommend joining JVP The Wire's email list. Not to mention, they also make it very easy to email your representatives, if you're American, that is. The USA uses our tax dollars to fund the Israeli military. Let's not let our own hard-earned money go towards the brutal and savage genocide against Palestinians. Speaking of, what exactly are Palestinians going through right now? Let's take a look at just a few of their stories. By the way, all these families are currently accepting donations, which will be linked below. Apologies for butchering any of these names. Baha Othman is a father. He and his family have witnessed loved ones dying and their home being destroyed. They luckily found refuge in Egypt, but they're unable to work and the expenses continue to pile up. Abdul Rahman is a biomedical engineering graduate who lost his home and is deprived of food. He and his family need our support in order to live and to establish his own business. Bilal Sami is a father of 4, and his whole family is in the hospital, and because of that, they're unable to manage affairs. He says, "I just want you to feel that my children need to live like the rest of the children in the world." Ahmed needs to get out of these harsh, dangerous conditions and make it towards safety. There is no healthy food, there's polluted air and water, and the spreading of diseases, and his house has been severely damaged due to bombing. He's unable to protect his family and brothers and needs to travel to Egypt for security and safe living conditions, which has a multitude of expenses for himself and his 7 family members. Ahmed, this is another person, same name, is heartbroken at the devastation he and his family have witnessed. He says, despite their strength and courage, every day continues to be a fight for survival. Food is scarce, prices are rising, and hope is often tested. He also says, your generosity has been his family's light through the darkest of times. Because of your kindness, they have managed to eat, stay warm, and find moments of comfort in an environment filled with uncertainty. Omar says he and his family have all lost considerable weight. They are living in hell. Food is scarce, and even when there is some available, the price is astronomical. He says the US and the UK, alongside the EU, continue to fund the Israeli genocide. Don't sit back and think this doesn't impact you. It does. Afnan and Mena, who are 14 and 12 years old respectively, say, "Help us as if we were members of your own family. We will also need help after the eviction to establish housing and support ourselves until we can find work." It's so important to give money directly to these people because their food and water supplies keeps getting cut off. Not to mention, even when this is all over someday, hopefully soon, as long as we continue to boycott, contact our representatives, vote, including local elections, protest, and donate, they will still have no physical home to return to, since their cities are being completely destroyed. They'll need to rebuild entirely from basically nothing. I used to have more donation links, but more and more keep becoming inactive. And I'm worried it's because these people aren't around to donate to anymore. So let's donate and share these stories and donation links while we still can. Let's ensure the ending of this horrific atrocity and truly live out what it means to say never again. I hope you join me in supporting Palestine, whether by reading about their history, boycotting organizations that do not support Palestine and instead support Israel's attack on them, donating directly to Palestinians and their families, and staying up to date with what Palestinians are currently going through by supporting Jewish Voice for Peace. Have an enlightening Holocaust Remembrance Day, stay safe, and support those who aren't.